everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your very first time visiting with me, welcome. If you are a return visitor, welcome back as well, guys. I'm so happy to have you a part of this community. So family, I wanted to share with you something that's really important to me. If you all have watched any of my videos, you know I always sign off with the mantra that states, always remember to protect your energy. That is so very personal to me, and it's something that I practice and that I set boundaries with any and everyone. I'm very particular with people that I allow to be in my space, in my environment. And I don't think people really understand or get how important it is to protect your environment, your space with people. People don't set enough boundaries with people that have very negative or low vibrational energy, that's very chaotic, that's very combative. They could be very abusive in tone and language, the way they project or the way that they just come at you with all this type of energy. I was inspired to do this video after watching one of the content creators video this afternoon, and I was very just like really just taken aback from what I was seeing, not from him but from the guests that he had on his show, and it was really very it wasn't the norm for his platform. It wasn't the type of energy and vibration that he display or that he that represents him as a person and his character from my perspective, from what I get from him, from what I've been watching and seeing him demonstrate for the last few years that I've been watching him. So to see this erupt and to see this type of interaction happen, I know from my perspective, as one of the people that that's one of his sub, for me it was very disturbing for me to see. And not to say that people can't be disagreeable, not to say that people don't have a right to have their opinion or assessment about anything. We're all different people. I get that. I understand that. I know we're all on our very own spiritual or personal growth journey. I get that too, but I'm talking about people energy that is so God, what is the word I'm looking for? It is so chaotic and so you can just feel it. You can feel people energy. If you're one of those type of people like me, you can feel people energy. You can read people energy without them even knowing that you can do that, or that you can feel that or sense that about them. You're very tapped in and tuned in to your own special, unique abilities and gifts. So when people come around with this type of behavior, or they come around just, people just looking for the smoke. They just looking for a fight. It oozes all over them. You can see it, on their facial expression and their body language. You just know that they didn't come to play. They came to be disruptive. They came to start stuff purposely. They did not come to play nice on the playground with everybody else. It's always that one person that want to stand out, that want to be, the big bad wolf, so to speak, that want to be, seen and want to exude this type of toughness, exterior, to get, the other kids, afraid or all razzle dazzle about them or whatever. This type of chaotic energy, this type of purposefully energy that they bring with them, that they know that they're going purposely to the playground to look for a fight. Believe it or not, I have encountered those kind of people. They come with an attitude. They come with a stank attitude. They come, not looking to just play nice on the playground with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So before I get into what I want to just encourage you guys about, setting boundaries with people, being very purposefully intentional about the kind of people that you have in your environment, the type of things that you are listening to, that you are giving your attention to, that you are listening to, that you are watching. To be very intentional and very purposeful about things that could, you know, be very detrimental or affect you in a negative way. Because everybody ain't about that life. Everybody is not at a place, or they even want that type of, you know, drama. It can affect people all types of, you know, emotional way. You know, some people are very timid. Some people are very reclusive. And they just off to themselves. They're not used to loud, emotional, acting type of people that's all over the place, that, you know, bring all of this, smoke or gob or this type of energy in their environment, in their space. So they'll just back off. You know, some people you can bring the smoke to and they just like, you know, retreat, you know, they just ain't finna deal with it. But it can affect some people, people who are just very nice and calm and demure. You know, they're not used to all of this, you know, razzle-dazzle type of foolery. So that's why for me it's very important. I don't care who like it. It's very important to me that I set boundaries with people. It's very important to me that I'm aware and intentional about the people I let into my space. I don't care who you are, family, friends, for whoever. It's very important to me, mentally, emotional, spiritually, because I know I know how it affects me. I know what journey I'm on. I know where my beginning, my middle is, and I know I'm on that path to my ending. So if you know where you come from, and you know your triggers, and you know that, you know, certain things would just set you up, you're not even trying to go back. You know what I'm saying? You're not even trying to go back down that path. You're not even trying to go back and you know, deal with certain type of people because they trigger you. They bring up certain things that, you know, may not be pleasing, or you may not even want to deal with or encounter or, you know, relive all that stuff. So you purposely select and choose the kind of people that you want now on this new clean slate that you're on. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, I want to have all of these people in my life so that I can feel some type of way, so that I can feel fulfilled, so that I can feel important, so that I can feel, you know, that, you know, I'm not alone. I'd rather, baby, be alone than have a whole lot of foolery in my space, in my environment, being disruptive, corruptive, purposely. You can't calm it down. You can't tell them anything, and they just, you know, all of this right here. No, ma'am, not today. Not in the space, especially, again, not in the place where you have been there, done that, and you are evolving into the person that you want to be, that you are, that you've worked really hard to get into this place. You know what I'm saying? You worked really hard to pull yourself up out of the muck and murray. You've worked really hard to pull yourself out of the mud. You've worked really hard to change your vocabulary, your the type of person that you see reflected back to you in the mirror. You worked very hard on becoming the best version, highest version, loving version, caring, happy version of yourself, to then be in the midst or have all of this, you know, all of this stuff, this storm around you when it don't have to be. So I just want to give you guys the definition of chaotic and what that means, so that you can just get an understanding. Not saying that you don't, but I just want to read to you what chaotic means. So let me get right into it, fam. Okay. Chaotic energy. In spiritual or energetic term, Chaotic energy can refer to someone whose energy is unbalanced, disruptive, or misaligned, often clashing with your peace, focus, or well-being. Now, the dictionary or the encyclopedia or Wikipedia, or you can Google it, definition of chaotic. The word chaotic means something that is disorganized, confusing, unpredictable, or lacking order and control. Now that's what I'm talking about. People who are very out of control, they're very unpredictable. You don't know what they're bringing to the table. You don't know what to expect from them. And no one else in the room or at the table can calm them down or get them to, pull themselves together. They want to be loud. They want to be boisterous. They want to be heard. And they have no self-discipline. They don't even know. The sad thing about it, they don't even know that they're out of order. They don't even know that this type of energy is making everyone in the room uncomfortable. That this type of energy that you're bringing or that you brought is making everyone feel some type of way. And it's very uncomfortable. And I know for me personally, I'm speaking from my perspective, everything that's going on around us that we are seeing in our reality, this right here, or having that type of energy, I choose not to. You know what I'm saying? Some things that you just choose not to have a part of your experience, that you choose not to have a part of your life. With everything else going on, I choose not to have you to bring that kind of unpredictable, it says, uncontrollable energy into my environment, into my space. Not with everything that's going on. This right here is a choice, and I choose not to have you in my space. I choose not to have you in my energy field. Basically, I choose not to. When there are so many other things that is going on that are more important, and I deliberately choose not to invite this type of low vibrational beings or entity, to occupy the same space. Why? Because I don't want to. Simple as that. Because I choose not to. I'm on a path or in a place where I am welcoming in happiness, joy, peace, tranquility, serenity. You know what I'm saying? All of these things that I am trying every single day to make a part of my life. Chaotic energy, low vibrational energy is not something that I am trying to have a part of my place, of my energy, of my space. You know what I'm saying? I choose not to. Some things that you can choose to be a part of, or some people you can choose to be a part of your reality or your experience, and some people you don't have to. And so I want us to be mindful when these type of situation happens, or they unfold, or they come to our environment. You have the absolutely right to say no, not today, because I choose not to, because I want to demonstrate. And if I don't demonstrate happiness, peace, joy, and if I say it's okay for you to bring this type of foolery into my space, then I'm telling you it's okay. That I don't have boundaries. That it's okay for you to bring a part or piece of something that's not what I'm trying to develop, or what I'm trying to you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to have that, if that makes sense. So what I'm trying to cultivate, that's the word, what I'm trying to cultivate in my life, in my reality, in my space, that's not it. And it's okay to set boundaries with people. It's okay to tell people no. It's okay to say, I don't want to, do this. You can't, talk to me any kind of way. You can't speak to me any kind of way. You can't call me any time of the day, night, or the hour. Boundaries. And if you don't set boundaries with people, if you don't make people respect your boundaries, you don't make people respect your morals, your ethics, or who you are, period, as a person, they will be all over the place. And they will bring all of that low vibrational foolery with them. And you have to say, not today, the buck stopped here. So for me to witness that, where all of this originated from, for me to witness that display on this content creator's page was absolutely, it was a lot. I just leave it at that. It was a lot. And again, it prompted me to do this video because my mantra, again, at the end of my video is to remember to always protect your energy. And I'm going to put right here a picture of that I have over my door when you enter my front door, and in the entryway before you come into my living room, at the top, at the very top of that entryway, it says to raise your vibration. You can't miss it coming into the door because it's hanging right there in your face. You can't come in here with that low vibrational energy. You can't come in here with that stank attitude. You can't come in here with all of this, facial attitude, or, you coming in here, I'm feeling some type of way. Leave all of that on the other side of the door, because you see this sign up here that says to raise your vibration. I choose not to have that in my space because I don't want to have to, get all my oil and all my stuff and get all that energy up out of here, which I will do. But again, family, I'm not saying that people don't have bad days, that people don't have things that they're going through, that they may need someone to vent to or to talk things out or through. That's one thing. But what I'm talking about is when you come into my space with that same energy, being threatening, being disruptive, saying, it just goes left real quick, and you be like, where in the world did all this come from? So you're saying that we can't be adults to agree to disagree. Now we are being combative, you're argumentative, you are threatening, and you are saying all of this stuff, and you like, whoa, hold up, partner. Where is all this coming from? We are here? Seriously? We are here? Okay. So that's what I mean by people having uncontrollable energy, uncontrollable outbursts. No one can control them. No one can stop them. No one can kind of pull them, pull their coattail, and they kind of jar themselves to say, hey, you know what? I was out of place. I was wrong. I was so wrong for that. I apologize. But at the end of all of that, it still should make you sit back and think, if you do that on a regular, what's to say you wouldn't? What else is in your vortex? What else is in you that I don't know that can pop out at any time? What else? What other kind of storm is laying dormant is what I'm trying to say. What other kind of storm is laying dormant in you that anything can make it erupt, go off, or something worse? What else is laying dormant in you that I don't want to have a part of my experience? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, fam, I just want to really encourage you guys to protect your energy, protect your environment, be very intentional about the people you are aligning yourself with. I don't care who they are. I don't care, you'll stay in it just so that you don't have the experience of being alone or, not. No. Right now, it is so much family going on. I say again that you really can't take the chance of having all of this. It's unnecessary. First of all, it's very unnecessary. And I just want to encourage you, to implore you, to inspire you to be okay with saying no, to be okay with setting boundaries, to be okay to not having low vibrational energy or people in your space. It's your right, it's your prerogative, and especially if you're not about that type of life. If you're about arguing and fussing and all of that, if you about all of that, then okay. But some of us, it's not. And we should be raising our vibration to the point that we are trying to love one another, that we are trying to support, uplift, motivate, encourage, empower each other without all of this other extra stuff. We got enough stuff that we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? We have enough that we're trying to galvanize our resources together. We're trying to support each other without having all of this other stuff. So that lets me know what level, mentally, emotionally, spirit, that you're operating on. And if that's you, that's you. I just choose not to be. You know what I'm saying? So guys, I just want to encourage you guys to be very intentional about people that you are letting into your experience, into your life, into your environment, into your home, your workplace, your peace, your joy place, your sanctuary. Be very intentional, and don't, feel some type of way when you set boundaries. Don't feel some type of way. Don't let people make you feel some type of way. I just, my personal perspective, everybody should be in a place where they are trying to raise their vibration into the high frequency possible. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should be, my perspective, my opinion, trying to invoke love and joy and peace and happiness amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to come on and just share it with you guys. I'm going to leave in the description 3, what was it I said I want to do? What was it? 3 practical ways to protect your energy. Well, I already said some of them, but I will list them in the description. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate you all. Please watch the video to the end. Share it with someone that you think that this resonates or could help. And again, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. I really love you. And stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, this is Goddess of Color. And remember to always protect your energy with love and light. This is Goddess of Color, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until next time, peace and love.